All right, let's continue our second video about Unit 5, Intermediate Level. We are studying the infinitive. The last video we saw the possibilities about the infinitive by using to, and now we start the new part, students, the infinitive by gerund or using the suffix ing. So we are going to analyze a few cases about ing. The first one, it says, it's used after some verbs. And here we have a problem, students. Some verbs that we have to memorize which verbs they are. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake using to. So we need to memorize. I'm going to comment a few of them, but we have more in our material. I'm also going to show another video to add more verbs to our lists. That means, students, we have new lists to memorize. But students, if the Americans, the English, or people who speak English have memorized it, you must too, right? There is no other way. Otherwise, you're going to make mistakes, and we don't want to make silly mistakes. These are considered silly mistakes, so better not. And we want to make our English sound quite native, don't we? Yeah, we want. Okay, this is a teacher has said a little bit of it in basic level. We have here the verb adore. I adore, so it's a lot of passion. We have the verb enjoy, which has the same level of passion. I enjoy. However, the verb like it sometimes can be passion as strong as adore, sometimes not. If you are saying, I like it so much, so it's in the same emphasis of adore and enjoy. So in this case, we are going to have these verbs, okay? And then we are going to have, of course, after them, another verb, and this verb must be in the infinitive. You cannot use to indicate infinitive. You must use the next verb plus ing, because these verbs are emphasizing how much you adore. So the infinitive cannot be made by to and must be made by using ing. All right? Every time you have verbs so strong in express feelings, I adore, this is teacher speaking of, I adore studying English. Okay, pay attention, teacher. I adore studying English. I can't say I adore to. I have to say I adore studying. I enjoy studying. I like studying English. This kind of passion. However, if you're going to say like, so, yeah, I like to study English. Then you say to, because you don't adore. You like. If there's nothing else to do, okay, I like to study English. Then you say to. Return. When you have the verb adore, enjoy, and like with the same intensity, the next verb, the infinitive, is not with to, is ing. Let's have an example here. And everybody knows, right? Because I say all the time, I adore eating chocolate. You know, it's a fact. I adore eating chocolate. I enjoy eating chocolate. I like eating chocolate. Okay? If teacher says I like to eat chocolate, probably I'm sick. Mentally sick. Because I like eating chocolate. But it's possible. Teacher loves. I can use the verb love too. I love eating chocolate. And another person can say, I like to eat chocolate, but I prefer blah, blah, blah. So I like to. Okay. Hate, loathe, can't stand. Let's start with the verb loathe. Loathe means detest. It's very strong. Okay, I detest. Can't stand means I detest. However, hate can be, yeah, I hate to do that. Or I hate doing that. So When we have verbs like hate, loathe, can't, stand, detest, if there are other similar meanings, all of them, you are going to have these verbs plus another verb. Another verb is the infinitive, but no to. It's verb plus ing. Once again, I tell you, you have to memorize this, students. You have to, okay? You must memorize. I'm going to use loathe, okay? I feel the hatred, even in the verb. Listen, loathe, all right? And you know this about me. Let me see, another sentence with loathes, something that teacher hates so much. I loathe when students forgetting bringing their homework, you know that, but let's not make a sentence about teacher. James loathes going to the gym at 5:30 a.m. Yeah, of course, so do I. I loathe going to the gym at 5:30 a.m. All right? So students, let's analyze. The verb adore, the next verb comes with ing indicating infinitive. The verb loathes, next verb comes with ing or gerund indicating infinitive of the verb. How do I know? Because I memorized the verbs. No other secrets, you have to memorize. There are lots. We are going to practice more in our lesson. It's not only this, students, but it's not like the same number of the list of verbs. It's a lot, but not impossible to memorize. I have memorized it. You are going to memorize it. Everybody who studies English memorize, because if you make mistake in this, it's a silly mistake, and we don't want silly mistakes. Don't mind. I don't mind. I don't care. All right, is the meaning of I don't mind. Let's see an example. So, don't mind. I need to memorize. I forgot to tell you. Don't mind. If another verb comes after don't mind, the verb is infinitive, no to. Infinitive adding the suffix ing. It's in gerund. All right. Those students don't mind memorizing a few more verbs. Isn't that right, students? Yeah, I'm talking about you, students. Those students don't mind memorizing a few more verbs. All right, students, we have don't mind. Yeah, they don't care because they're good at it. All right. The next verb, infinitive, but no to. Because of this verb, I need to memorize this verb. The infinitive with ing. Infinitive with ing. Second, it's used after some verbs, to or ing. No change in meaning. Some verbs, such as begin, start, it doesn't really matter if the infinitive is to or ing. You choose the one you prefer. Because in basic level, teacher told you that after between two verbs is to, you are going to have a tendency to say to. But if you listen somebody else saying ing, it's right in the same way. It doesn't matter. With a few verbs, it really doesn't matter. Sometimes there is a little change in meaning, but makes no difference. We are going to see a short list with these verbs. Here I'm just using to explain to you. But in our video classes, we are going to see a few more. Because we must see a few more. It's a list and you're going to memorize. You are going to memorize. You must memorize. So, as I was saying, begin and start. They are the same meaning, right? After these verbs, I am going to use another verb in the infinitive. I can use the verb with to or ing without a big change in meaning. Okay? Why teachers say a big change in meaning? Because here in the verb like, when I say I like to dance and I like dancing, there is a big change in meaning. I like to dance. If there isn't anything else to do, okay, I like to dance. I like dancing. I adore, I love, I enjoy this. So there is a change in meaning for emphasis in the meaning. However, here, no, it's your preference. So let's see an example to understand. So I'm going to write another verb, and this verb must be in the infinitive. I will be choosing between to or ing. It's up to me which one I choose, and I will be correct anyway. Example. Let's start doing the activities on page 54. So we have the verb start, and I've opted for the infinitive with ing, the suffix. However, if you prefer, and see, it's a preference, I will be correct, you will be correct, both of us, we will be correct. If the student prefers to say, let's start to do the activities on page 54, it's also acceptable because the verb start or the verb begin, I can say, let's begin doing, let's begin to do, both are correct. Okay, it's your preference, students. This is good. To be honest, I wouldn't memorize this because either way you are correct. So probably you're going to say 2, the probability for you to make a mistake here is 0. However, the first one we need to memorize because we don't know which of these verbs demand the infinitive ing, the gerund. Continue, the verb continue. You can go for to or ing. An example, let me write here. So continue can be, of course, a verb, and this verb will be in the infinitive. The infinitive, you're going to choose between to or the suffix ing. Example. They continued walking for more 2 kilometers before resting. Okay, so we have the verb continue. The next verb is in the infinitive with ing, infinitive with ing. But if you want to say they continued to walk for more 2 kilometers before resting, it's also acceptable in English grammar, all right? There will be more videos, students, because I'm trying to explain everything we have in Unit 5. All right, be patient, watch the video. I make the video short, not more than 15 minutes. Okay, so I give up, sometimes 16, 17. But it's not a lot, students, all right? So please, there is more. Watch, please.